Uh, don't mind me if things go wrong. Um, so I'm just going to be talking about what I hope to see in the next Nexus phone. And I'm going to widen this topic about hopefully what I want to see in the Nexus 8 or 9, depending on what it's going to be. We don't know yet. So, just to start with, what I would like to see in the Nexus 6 is I would like to see, obviously, it depends who makes it. And if things go as they have done with the Nexus lineup in the past, particularly with the phone, a manufacturer has had a go at making a Nexus phone twice. So we had the Nexus 1, which was made by HTC. We then had the Galaxy Nexus, which was made by Samsung. We also had another one that was made by Samsung. We've had the Nexus 4, which was made by LG. We've had the Nexus 5, which is also made by LG. So it would assumably be correct that we would now have to look at someone else to make a Nexus phone. But obviously, the rumours are that LG is going to be selected as the partner again, and that the Nexus 6 will be heavily based on the newly released LG G3. Now, I've managed to have a play with an LG G3 in a phone shop here in the UK, and it is a very nice phone. It feels nice to hold. It feels nice to interact with it, and the software on it, obviously it won't be the same because of a Nexus device. It runs the latest and greatest version of Android, but the LG G3 is a very good device. I like it, and I think a Nexus based on it would be very interesting to see. But also, we have to keep in mind that Google may decide to use someone else. And I think the next likely candidate, if it wasn't LG, would probably be Motorola, because Google used to own Motorola, which is now part of Lenovo. So hopefully, we'll maybe see a Motorola phone. But then again, Google could decide to go with a curveball and go all the way back to HTC and give them their second shot to the Nexus phone. So we might see that as well. We'll have to wait and see, obviously, who Google picks. But I think from most of the rumors at the moment are saying it's going to be LG. So in terms of the physical design of the phone, I'd like to see most of the aspects of the LG G3 brought to the Nexus 6. I also think one of the major problems with the Nexus phones in the past has been their battery life. I have a Nexus 5 myself. The battery life is average. It's not that great. It's not that good, but it serves the purpose. So I think maybe LG could bring some of their legendary battery life expertise to the Nexus lineup and try to make it more of an efficient device that runs a decent battery. So that would be nice to see. I think the design of the LG G3 would look good on the Nexus. From some of the rumors I've heard, that we're likely to see fingerprint scanning on the Nexus 6, but maybe not. I'm not sure yet. I don't think fingerprint scanning has really been proven as a technology for security. Obviously, the iPhone 5S has it, the Samsung Galaxy S5 has it, but whether people want that in a Nexus is something that is yet to be seen. And how it would be implemented, it would have to be implemented well. I'd also like to see the 2K display on a Nexus phone, but obviously a lot of people are saying that there's not much difference between the display between 1080p and the 2K display. So maybe we'll see something. Maybe we'll probably get a 1080p display, but I don't think. I think the 2K display would be a luxury. In terms of the camera, we'll probably see we'll probably see something like a 13 megapixel camera. We'll probably see optical image stabilization again, and we'll probably see some other things as well that will make the camera good. Maybe 4K video recording would be an interesting thing, because that's not been included in a Nexus device yet. So hopefully we'll see that. In terms of the software, it's highly likely that the Nexus 6 will run Android L when that's released, because the Nexus 6 will be released sometime in November, I would imagine, because that's generally when a Nexus phone gets released. It gets released sort of the end of October, the early start of November. So we'll hopefully see something there with Android L and some of the. I've done a video on my thoughts and opinions about Android L and what I think it brings to the table. So please go check that out if you haven't seen it yet. I also think that we're likely to see something. Some other things that haven't been announced publicly, so we'll probably see some things that Google has decided to keep back. They've just basically shown the main design elements of Android L and how it will work and how it will function. So hopefully they've got some other little things that they haven't shown yet that would be interesting to see. I think that's generally what I want to see in the Nexus in terms of its hardware and its software. I would like to see a removable battery, but I don't think that's going to be possible because I think that would solve the battery issue that I mentioned. I think if you can take the battery out and swap it, I think that would solve the battery problem, sort of, in a way. I don't think we're going to see expandable storage, because I know that Google hasn't really tried to do that in the past. They totally removed the option to have removable storage. Hopefully we'll see maybe a higher storage capacity Nexus would be good, because if you're not going to get the ability to have an SD card slot, maybe a higher storage capacity would be good. But then you're faced with the dilemma that the price will be affected, because at the moment the Nexus 5 in the UK, particularly for the 16GB model, it's £300. For the 32GB model, it's £340. So hopefully they can sort of maybe do, and I think that Google has to sort of challenge the gauntlet that has been placed down by the OnePlus One, because that is a phone that has brought very reasonable prices to high-end hardware. For example, that phone starts at in the UK it starts at £190, I believe. And its 64GB variant is about £240. I'm not exactly sure on that pricing, but it would have to be something I look up to make sure of. I think that's what it is about. So I think Google has to take the crown back as the cheapest high-end phone, as it were, because the OnePlus One has seriously impacted on that claim that the Nexus devices are cheap. Well, not cheap, but they're cost effective. because they're cheap. They're a nice price to buy, but you get decent specifications and nice hardware that's not flimsy and something that you can't really you won't like. So in terms of the Nexus 9, I'm just going to quickly talk about what I would like to see in that instance. I think that the Nexus 9 or the Nexus 8, it depends how big it is. If Google wants to try and converge its tablet, its Nexus 10 and its Nexus 7 into one device, I think that the 9-inch form factor would be good. And one of the things that I like about Android L is, as far as I understand, Matthias Duarte, the man who announced Android L, he said that basically Android L will self-scale itself. So if a developer makes an app for a phone, and then that person decides to use that app on a tablet or a computer or in Chrome, it would scale itself correctly to accommodate the screen size. So I think that would sort of solve the app problem that Android has in the tablet department, because if Android L has self-scaling, then that can really help. I also, in terms of the hardware, I would love to see front-firing speakers on a Nexus tablet. I think, because we've seen that before in the Nexus 10, but HTC, if they are the person that's going to be making this new Nexus tablet, they have a reputable reputation for good front-firing speakers, so that would be nice to see. I also think that what we will also see from the Nexus 8 or 9, depending on how big it is, obviously. One of the odd things that I've seen in terms of rumors about what its specs are going to be is that it's going to have optical image stabilization in its camera, and a lot of people don't see the reason to take photos with a tablet, and I am one of them. So why Google has decided to sort of include optical image stabilization in a tablet camera, I don't know. It seems a bit puzzling to me. So hopefully that will be cleared up and they've got some sort of reason for doing that. A nice large battery would also be good, because Android really needs to get a tablet that can compete with the iPad, and particularly the iPad Air and the iPad Mini with Retina display. They now have a 10-hour battery life if you're using them continuously. So hopefully with Project Volta, which is part of Android L, Google can really bring a tablet that challenges the iPad and the iPad Mini with Retina display, because there are some really nice Android tablets at the moment that are, in terms of design and how they feel and what they do, they are sort of challenging the iPad, but they're not really taking the fight to Apple, as it were. And I think that a 9-inch has the same size as the iPad Air. We take that fight to Apple and try and show people that Android isn't really lacking anymore. The two platforms are quite similar in what they offer people, so hopefully we'll see something there. Also, I'd like to see some improvements in how a tablet OS, how a tablet Android OS is used, because obviously on a bigger screen like that, or on a bigger device like that, for instance, having the navigation buttons off in the center doesn't really make sense. and having to go up to the top of the display to get your notifications and your settings menu doesn't really make any sense. But hopefully Google with L will be able to try and make that more interesting and more user friendly, because it's not really user friendly at the moment. So those are my um, things that I'd like to see in the Nexus 6 and in the Nexus 8 or 9, depending on what it's going to be, obviously. So now I'd like to know what you want to see in the Nexus 6 or the Nexus 8/9. And if you liked this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, and I apologize for the quality of the video. This is the first time I've ever done a Hangouts based video, so I'm still learning how to use it. But if you like this video and you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button, because I make videos as the best I can, and I try to do the best I can in the videos that I make. So I hope you enjoy them and you want to see more videos from me. So please subscribe. And as I said, if you please leave some comments in the comments section saying what you want from the Nexus 6 or the Nexus 8/9, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.